got this little Class D amplifier I'm going to review. It's going to be a very short review because this is like a basically streaming amplifier. So you can stream a bunch of online music streaming services using DTS Playfi application, which is SVS prefer using with this little amp. This little amp is basically Class D amp. I don't know what kind of chip they use, but it will put out 150 watts to 2 channel, which is really good for this price range in my opinion. And you can play pretty much any kind of speakers with this little box. Input selection, this is volume control knob, and it has the presets 1 to 5 presets around at the bottom, and it has the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, auxiliary, optical, etc. inputs, and also have the 3.5mm jack for the auxiliary input. So USB port is in the back and is only for service and USB charging, so it doesn't have any USB-B connections, so you can connect directly with the USB cable with the computer. So that's a little downside, so which I would love to have one in these kind of amplifiers. So the rear panel is like this. So it has the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So the Bluetooth light is always flashing. So some people may get annoyed by that. And then inside of the amp, there's like a green light that always flashing. So with all the feature plus subwoofer out in the back. So most impressive of this little amp is 150 watts to 4 ohm load on each channel driving, meaning capable of delivering 300 watts to 2 channel setup. So that is really good, attractive power specification in my opinion. And by the way, this is a review sample by SVS. What I find out is this whole thing is made up by plastic. It doesn't have remote control, but you can control it with the DTS Playfi with your iPhone or your Android smartphone. And so those are the basic thing, and build quality is, in my opinion, it's okay. And another thing I would like to point out is this IEC input is a bit shallow, so this plug can come off easily. Other than that, there is nothing else major that I would like to say on this little amp. And so there's another thing that I would like to point out is there is no power on off switch. So that's a little different than amplifier that I'm used to. So some people may not like it. To me, it's not a big deal because this one goes into sleep mode automatically if I don't use it for long enough. If I turn the music back on or any like auxiliary or digital input or anything, then it will turn back on automatically. So which is neat. So those are all the basic features and build quality of the amp. Most importantly, sound quality. So overall sound quality is very clean and clear, very detailed sounding with very nice grip on the bass control. Because I tried with JBL Studio 590s and CAF LS50s mini monitors, it has no problem driving any of those speakers with full authority. Then this little amp can shake your house when I'm playing with the JBL Studio 590s. It's crazy bass response that this can produce with my JBL Studio 590 speakers. It can produce really high level of sound pressure level that can fill my room. So power and control that this little box can produce. And so if I get into detail of sound qualities, starting from a bass performance, So bass is like really nice, tight and well defined with good control and authority over either big floor standing speakers or my mini monitor speakers. So I have no complaint there. It's tight and fast, well controlled bass performance out of this little box. And mid-range is like neutral, clean. So female vocals, male vocals, true to source and it's natural sounding. Or it just turned it off automatically. Probably you didn't hear it. It's just a click sound that it's going into sleep mode. So, but the lights will be stay flashing. Yeah, back to the mid-range. And so mid-range and those regions are very nice and clean and natural without any coloration. For the price and performance is very impressive in my book. And then high frequencies. So JBS Studio 590 have a world famous compression horn loaded driver. It can get really bright with some amplifier. So this one, when I play with Studio 590s, high frequencies are like very well extended with very clear and detailed sounding. It may not be smooth and lush like Class AB or Class A amplifiers. It doesn't have that kind of musical signature. But this one produced very clean and clear sound that was spread into projected into the whole room that can fill the big broad area. So which really impressed me in that region. So the sound stage is pretty big. So my usual listening level is around, average is around like 65 to 75 dB. And when I go loud, probably like 85 to 95 the most. Usually I don't go past 92 or 95, that region. So that's because I cannot handle louder than that. So after, when I push it to like 95 dB of loudness, it can get a bit bright and edgy in high frequencies. But other regions are very well controlled with the good details and information and very well composed sound that this little box can produce. So it's retail for like less than $500. I think it's a really reasonably priced with performance and power ratio. My experience is very positive. I really enjoy listening with this little amp. So musical signature is like vivid control and nice grip on the bass. So that's how I will summarize. It may get a little brighter at very loud passages after 90 something dB. There is like no laid back sounding or so forward and bright sounding. There is none like that. This is like a neutral and natural sounding little Class D amp that produce good quality sound. That's my summary. And one more thing. For the speaker pairing, I would love to pair this little guy with, for my taste of music and sound signature, I would love to pair this little guy with like of ELAC B6, original B6, and Wafte Denton 80th anniversary or Wafte Diamond 225s. I'm only mentioning what I have experience with. Also, this one will play really nice with the SVS Prime series, bookshelf or like tower speakers. So that is my review, and I will have more reviews coming up on some more speakers and some wireless speakers. And I really think that this is like this is one box can do all. Is like a future of a hi-fi for the average music listeners. That's how it's going to be in the future, and we're going to see more products like these with the really nice Class D amplifier with all the connection and streaming and everything. So highly recommended. Please try them. SVS has the generous policy and very good customer service. So just try them. You have nothing to lose. Only advice I would like to give is don't pair them with the bright sounding speakers. That is, guys. Thank you for watching. Happy listening. See ya.